Ready, Brooke? Welcome to beautiful Harlan Rogers Sports Complex in Fort Dodge, home of the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Brooke Wilmus, I'm Trent Condon. In just a moment, we'll have a matchup between Indianola, the number 4 seed, and the 5th seed Johnston in Class 5A right here on the IGHSAU digital network powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Brooke, good to have you along here, and though you called a game earlier today, I have a feeling this one's going to be a little bit different. Your alma mater, the Johnston Dragons, and a good matchup against Indianola.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to see where this game goes, and I mean, I won't be biased or anything. I'm gonna be talking about both teams, but in my heart, always Johnston Dragons.
Completely understand that. And there's some players for Johnston that you played with a couple years back. Some youngsters you certainly know a whole lot about. Is there a name or two that you remember and seeing them grow up here playing now as upperclassmen at the state tournament?
Yeah, for sure. I think it starts with their 2 seniors in Sophie Maris and Abby Tildress. They really lead this team. Sophie leads the team with a .481 batting average and 49 home runs and 10 home runs, which leads the team. And then Abby Tildress also has 43 RBIs. They're going to college next year. Maris at DMAC and Abby Tildress at Iowa Central. And both of them really are here, and they're excited to be here, and can't wait to watch them play.
Should be a great one here today. 4-5 matchups. They have been tight throughout this state tournament, and we'll have one here in Class 5A. The brackets are set for the semifinals in the 4 other classes. 5A getting started here this evening, and Johnston and Indianola our game here on Iowa Central Field. We'll be right back with your starting lineups. You're watching the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
I wanted a big university experience.
Without the big university price.
That's why I chose Iowa Central.
What makes Iowa Central so different than other community colleges is its size.
Big campus, lots of programs, athletics, and performing arts.
I live right here on campus.
And the teachers know me by name.
I'll be career ready in 2 years.
And all my credits transfer to a university.
It's a big time experience.
Without the big time price.
Come see it for yourself.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics, because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball. Plus, special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing.
Don't hesitate. Come on, let's get away.
being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up!
Game on.
They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
and anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
Welcome back to our broadcast of the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Trent Condon joined by Brooke Wilmus here, moments away from first pitch. Let's meet today's teams in the contest between Indianola and Johnston.
What a thrill.
Scoreboard from Johnston. Number 1, Aubrey McComb.
I love you, Gary.
Number 12, Claire North. Number 13, Lexi Goody. Number 15, Kezzy Peach. Number 16, Gia Marchetto. Number 19, Claire Henkenius. Number 22, Riley Robin. Number 27, Hallie Van Rokel. Number 28, Paige Peterson. Number 30, Anna Blackford. And number 36, Kelly Perkins. Assistant coaches for Johnston, Destiny Willer, Patty Messer, Dave White, Laura Cowden, and Leah Embry. And now your starters for the Dragons, leading off. Number 18, second baseman, Sophie Maris. Batting second, number 2, center fielder, Chloe Kane. Batting third, number 25, first baseman, Abby Tilgens. Batting fourth, number 29, third baseman, Carly Shepard. Batting fifth, number 10, catcher, Eva Smithson. Batting sixth, number 23, catcher, Hannah Hughes. Batting seventh, number 26, designated player, Ellie Bustad. Batting eighth, number 11, right fielder, Ella Roepler. Batting ninth, number 21, shortstop, Rachel Schwatter. And in the flex position, number 3 in left field, Ellie Yates. The head coach of the Johnston Dragons is Todd Miracle. And now for the non-starters for the home team on the scoreboard from Indianola. Number 0, Hannah Graham. Number 4, Vera Bishop. Number 6, Kira Mathias. Number 9, Katie Fredericks. Number 10, Kylie Tucker. Number 30, Macy May. Number 1, Gracie May. And number 31, Hannah Riggs. Assistant coaches for Indianola, Melissa Jacobson, Libby Yenger, and Mitch Flocky. And now the starters for the Indians. Leading off, number 7, shortstop, Stephanie Lewis. Batting second, number 2, left fielder, Ellie May. Batting third, number 19, second baseman, Diamond Mosley. Batting fourth, number 24, designated player, Brooke Tucker. Batting fifth, number 5, catcher, Sammy Becker. Batting sixth, number 18, third baseman, Emily Chaplin. Batting seventh, number 11, first baseman, Cassie Baker. Batting eighth, number 35, right fielder, Bella Bingaman. Batting ninth, number 22, center fielder, Celia Becker. And at the circle tonight, number 33, Kate Pilot. The head coach of the Indianola Indians is Stacy Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, our umpires for tonight's contest are at first base, Travis Chiswick. At third base, Richard Seabrook. In calling balls and strikes, Tony Nelson. Ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for state tournament softball?
Starting lineups brought to you by Buena Vista University, located in Storm Lake, Iowa. Buena Vista University prepares students for lifelong success through transformational academic, professional, and co-curricular programs. Schedule your visit today at bvu.edu. Trent Kahn and Brooke Wilmus back with you as we are ready for first pitch. Johnston and Indianola here, Class 5A quarterfinals. Brooke, first time for some of these players playing in this environment, playing for the first time in Fort Dodge. You had a lot of games on these diamonds, but it is a different type of environment, isn't it?
Yes, it is. When you come up to the state tournament, it's all momentum and how well you're doing when you're coming into the tournament, but as well, you got to try and control those nerves when you come out here because it is the first game of the tournament, and you really got to relax and go out there and play the game that you know how to play.
It's going to be a little bit tricky out there. Both teams' colors, purple and gold. Difference here in the uniform scheme. Indianola had the black pants, purple pants for Johnston. We'll keep an eye on that one and keep you updated throughout. But Brooke, as you look back at your time, we talked a little bit off the air about Todd Miracle, your head coach. 841 career victories coming in here to the state tournament. You probably had, about 100 of those yourself?
I think I had close to around that. I hope so, at least. But he is one of the best coaches in the state, and anybody will agree to that. He comes out here and he gets his girls ready every single time, and this is their 7th straight appearance at state, and a lot of that has to do with the way that he coaches.
Game time temperature 79 degrees as we await first pitch in the circle. Kate Kralik for Indianola as the throwdown and the warm-ups are ready. Kralik put together an outstanding season this year during her sophomore campaign. 1.23 ERA, 164 strikeouts, and 159 and a third innings pitched. It's given up just 28 earned runs all season long and a 30-3 record for the Indianola Indian hurler. And to lead things off, it'll be Sophie Maris, who has put together a great senior season.
Yeah, she really has. She is leading the team in batting average, home run, and the RBIs. She really comes up here, and she really is a good start to the Johnston offense.
A little more pop than normally you see at the top of the lineup. A lot of times it'll be some slap hitters. Not the case here with Maris. First pitch underway at 5:38. Our first pitch this evening, and it is a called strike. 0-1 to Maris. Kralik ready, missing away. 1-1.
Johnston's really going to have a hard time against Kralik today because she is such a dominant pitcher and she can hit every part of the zone. So today they're really going to have to find some good pitches, and they're really going to have to put good swings on it.
The 1-1. That one popped to the left side, out of play. That'll reach over the stands, and a foul ball for a lucky youngster running those down, and you get either a chicken sandwich or wings from Jethro's. Not too bad.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm even sitting back here anymore. I need to go out there and get some free chicken sandwiches for myself.
Absolutely. Well, you're a college student, you know.
Exactly. Got to find any way to get food somehow.
I'm sure they feed you pretty well down there at Missouri.
Yeah, they do. I just like making jokes about that.
2-2 the count now to Sophie Maris, the second baseman for Johnston. 34-8 this year, the number 5 seed. Indianola, the 4 seed, 33-4 from the Little Hawkeye Conference. Ground ball too short. That'll dribble into center field. I think that'll be scored a hit. Tough play over there from the shortstop position. Long run over for Destiny Lewis. Regardless, Sophie Maris on to begin the ball game.
And a great piece of hitting right there with 2 outs even. She was down in the count both times, but she found a way to get on base, and that's exactly what these Johnston hitters need to do, is try not to get to the bottom of behind of the count and find ways to get on base.
There's a sacrifice bunt in front of the plate. A beauty. Throw to first, not in time. Throw back to second, safe. As Maris had darted off the bag. Chloe Fain with the bunt single there, just trying for the sacrifice, but she laid down a beauty.
Oh, she really did, and it was really in no man's land where the third baseman, pitcher, and catcher could not find a way to get to it. So now they're going to bring up one of the highest RBI leaders on the team, and Abby Tilgis.
Tilgis, the first baseman for Johnston, comes in. Big numbers this season, batting that number 3 spot, the right fielder. 44 hits coming in. First 2 runners on. let her swing away. I think more small ball here early.
You got to find a way to move these runners over, especially early in the game, because you want to try and get up on the board before the other team and get the momentum on your side.
Showing bunt. And throw down to third. Nabbed her there. Maris didn't get a great jump off the bag, and she's cut down trying to take third base. So caught stealing on the backside, Fain able to make her way to second base and changes the complexion certainly of this inning now, and kind of guess the approach for Tilges too.
Yeah, now she's got to go up and trying to get a good swing on it and find a way to score Fain from second base.
Count 2-1, one out after Maris was caught stealing. 2 singles already this inning from Johnston as Tilges looks out. Came up empty there, 2-2. Popped out of the glove, and at least early, Sammy Becker, the catcher for Indianola, a couple of times popped out of the mitt.
Yeah, she's getting a little antsy out there, and which is understandable. First round game, you come out here, the tensions are high, the butterflies are in your stomach.
There's a pop fly left side. Couple of steps back and making the play is Destiny Lewis, the shortstop. And just like that, there's 2 outs in the top of the first.
Really good job by the Indianola pitcher there. She's really finding ways to get out of this inning any way possible, and her defense has her back behind her.
Cleanup hitter Carly Shepard now steps in for Johnston. Runner at second base, 2 outs. Outside corner and a called strike, 0-1, and that's a pitch. Certainly a pitcher's pitch there. Kralik, she'd like to live in that spot all day.
Oh, for sure, all day long. And at the beginning of the game, these pitchers are really trying to figure out where the umpire's zone is as well, too. So she can get that corner all day. She's going to work out there all day long.
Pop to the right side, out of play. And jumping ahead 0-2 now against Shepard. Shepard, 32 hits this year. Comes into the state tournament batting .333, 2 home runs. Has knocked in 26, an RBI opportunity if she can find a gap with 2 outs. But down in the count, 0-2. Kralik ready from the circle. Fouled straight back. Now, you don't jump at those, do you?
Oh, anything up in the zone, I will take a big hack at it. But then again, that's not always the best thing for me to do, because I do one of 2 things. I either hit it super far or I hit it straight up in the air. There's no in between.
Good protection at 0-2. Pitch outside corner, got her swinging. First strikeout of the game for Kate Kralik. And Johnston goes down in the top of the first. No runs on 2 hits. There was 1 runner left on. We played a half inning of softball. Johnston nothing. Indianola coming to bat. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right, you decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am smart.
I am kind.
Kind.
I am kind.
I am strong.
Strong.
Strong. I am important.
I am important.
I am important.
I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl. I am the Iowa girl.
I am the Iowa girl. I am the Iowa girl.
Brooke Wilmus back with you at the 2019 State Softball Tournament 5A quarterfinals. No scores. We go to the home half of the first inning. Indianola is the number 4 seed. They got the home squad with that as the better seed, but should be a great matchup here. It'll be Destiny Lewis to lead it off for the Indians. 0-1 the count. Ground ball left side, couple of hops over with the throw across the diamond. A scoop and the play. Boy, for a moment it looked like that one was destined to go, but Abby Tilges with a beautiful swipe and making the play.
Yeah, great scoop over there. And you can tell at the beginning of the game, both of these teams have quite a bit of nerves going on. On the Indianola side, catcher couldn't quite squeeze it, and there she short-hopped her just a little bit. So getting more as the game goes on, I feel like these players will get a little bit more comfortable, and they'll hopefully get all those butterflies out.
Up next, it's Allie May for the Indians. And a called strike 0-1 in the circle for Johnston. It is Hannah Hughes. What can you tell us about Hannah?
Yeah, Hannah's been their ace all year long, and she's done a really nice job in the spot. She's 17-5 this year with 1.76 ERA. She's not much of a strikeout hitter. The players will put the ball in play, but when they do, she has very good defense behind her, and that's why they've been so successful this year.
Quickly 0-2 now to Allie May from Indianola. May, sophomore second baseman, 36 hits this year, comes in batting .336, 3 home runs, and has knocked in 8. The 0-2, pitch up at the eyes. Good waist pitch 0-2 there, trying to get her to chase.
Yeah, she just let go of that a little bit too soon. I think she was more wanting it to be outside instead of that high. But again, the nerves are getting to her just a little bit at the beginning of the game.
A 1-2. Inside foul tip, popped out of the mitt though. A new life for Allie May as she stays alive. Battery mate back behind for Hannah Hughes. The catcher is Eva Smithson for the Johnston Dragons. 34-8 this year out of the CIML. Here's the 1-2. Pop to the infield, couple of steps in, and Schlotter's there to make the play. That one a little easier than the first for the second out. Quickly 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning, and Diamond Mosley will get a swing for Indianola. Mosley, a junior, 29 hits this year, batting a robust .468. Those are Brooke Wilmus type numbers. Off speed, just off the plate, missing 1-0. Mosley scored 22 runs this year, has knocked in 14. Of those 29 hits, 10 for extra bases, 7 doubles, and 3 home runs. 1-0. Inside, slap foul. As the count evens at 1-1.
At the beginning of both these games, both these teams' hitters have really tried to come out and really attack any pitch that these pitchers are throwing at them, and eventually that'll work out for either one of these teams, because when you are aggressive in the count, then you can get a good pitch and you can attack it.
1-1. Ground ball to Schlatter. Nice stab to throw in time. Couple of putouts over at shortstop for Rachel Schlatter. And 1-2-3 goes Indianola in the first. One complete here in Fort Dodge, Harlan Rogers Park, and Iowa Central Field. No score with Indianola and Johnston. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
We go to the top of the second inning. Leaders start at Central College, and Scholar athletes succeed on the court, on the field, and in the classroom. In the past year, 112 Central College student athletes received academic all-conference recognition. Learn how to be more than a spectator by visiting central.edu. Johnston to bat here for the second time. It'll be Eva Smithson to begin, the catcher, followed by Hannah Hughes and Allie Bustad due up here in the second inning for the Dragons. Got that first one out of the way, and you mentioned a couple of nice plays over at shortstop for the youngster Rachel Schlatter. That first throw, and it was low, but she had a senior over there to help her out. Good when you're an 8th grader, you got a senior playing first base for you.
Yeah, exactly. You just have those upperclassmen leadership, and both of these teams have it, and they've had these girls who have played such a long time here, and it's great to see that you have your upperclassmen here to bail out those younger classmen.
Second strikeout there for the circle of Indianola, Kate Kralik. Smithson goes down. Here's Hannah Hughes. the starting pitcher for Johnston. And head coach Todd Miracle called strike at the knees, 0-1. So, Brooke, you played as an 8th grader. Full-time?
Yeah.
Played it all.
Yep.
5 years.
Yep, for sure. I think
slow roller to the pitcher, throw over from Kralik, bit high, but a good play over at first base. Quickly 2 outs for Johnston.
I think in a total of 5 years, I missed 4 games. 2 of them because he didn't play me in it because I was an 8th grader, and 2 my senior year because I had to go to college orientation. So
yes. Remember those times well.
Yeah. I was so mad at my parents because I was like, I really wanted to make those games,
yes.
But sometimes life is a little more important than that.
Popped out to the right side. Long run over there up against the line into foul ground and making the play in right field. Boy, a tough play and a long run for Bingaman, but she makes it for the final out. Johnston goes down 1-2-3 in the top of the second as we continue on. You're watching the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hey, high school sports fans. Are you following the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union online? Stay up to date with the latest information and scores from across the state as we share highlights and achievements from our student athletes. You can follow all the action on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Just search at IGHSAU.
We move to the bottom of the second inning. No score with Indianola and Johnston. Indians coming to the plate. It'll be 4-5-6 due up for Indianola. Brooke Tucker, Sammy Becker, and Emily Chaplin. The order for Indianola. Indianola 33-4 this year. Johnston 34-8. And off speed starting backwards there against Brooke Turner. A good pitch from Hannah Hughes.
Yeah, Hughes has got to be real careful with Turner here. She has 14 home runs on the year, and with one swing of the bat, this game could be in Indianola's favor.
0-1 the count to Tucker, designated player. And this one shot down the line but foul, just a touch in front there. So quickly ahead 0-2, and what do you like to do here against a power hitter like this? You looking to go up in the zone, rise ball? You looking to go off speed? What do you like?
Yes.
As a hitter, what do you not like to see when you're down 0-2 maybe?
Off speed.
Yeah.
But also, I don't like seeing off speed at the beginning of the count because I know I'm not going to get a good swing on it. So as a hitter right here, you want to make sure if anything's close, then you got to make sure you protect the plate. And she had a really good swing on that second one. But right here, Hughes has got to be careful and not give her anything too good.
Went high with the pitch, 1-2 missing. Cleanup hitter Brooke Tucker for Indianola. Ready in the circle. Here's Hughes. Inside. Good pitch there. Not a whole lot that Tucker could do to that. Not a chance to extend the bat.
No, but she fouled it off really well. It was an inside pitch, and she just turned on it to where she could foul it off and get a better pitch.
Down the third base coaching box, Stacy Evans for Indianola. 574 career victories with the Indians. Made 7 appearances at the state tournament. Indianola 9 as a program. Time called. Step out. And we're back ready again. Off-speed pop to the right side. Couple of steps out into the grass. And taking that is the second baseman, Sophie Maris.
Yeah, that's exactly what you need to do with a power hitter like Tucker. They threw her multiple changeups that at bat to keep her off balance, and they got that little pop out because of it.
Sammy Becker steps in, the catcher for Indianola. Becker batting in the number 5 spot, left-handed stick. And ready in the circle, Hannah Hughes. Pitch missing away, 1-0.
Yeah, and it's not a let up here with Becker either. She has 8 home runs on the season, so you got to be careful with these Indianola power hitters who can change the game with just one swing.
Also leads the team with 20 walks drawn. Grounds this one to second base. Maris with the easy flip. 4-3 on the putout. And just like that, there's 2 outs. 5 consecutive retired from Hughes to begin the ball game. She zeroed in and looks like a real good game plan coming in against these Indianola hitters. They have been on top of things right away.
Yeah, for sure. And they're really mixing it up in and out and changing the eye level, especially with a lot of changeups here too. So it's great that they have a game plan against them, but then these Indianola hitters need to find a way to make an adjustment to it.
Pitch stays low, 1-0 to Emily Chaplin. Chaplin comes in, 45 hits, most on the team. Love to see that out of your number 6 hitter. Also tied for the team lead with 8 doubles this year. There's a drive back up the middle. That'll scoot into center field. And the first hit of the evening for Indianola comes off the bat of Emily Chaplin.
Yeah, real great piece of hitting right there. She just took the ball right back where it came from, hit it right back up the middle, and it went through, and that's a good start for these Indianola Indians.
So Chaplin at first base, looking at the stolen base numbers, just 4 steals this year. Even with 2 outs, you figure probably not much of a threat over there, unless she can get a great jump as Cassie Baker digs in for Indianola. 2 outs and a pitch on the outside half. 0-1.
Yeah, as a team, Indianola doesn't have very many stolen bases. They're looking for that big hit that they can score their runners around. So here I wouldn't expect a stolen base, but also be ready just in case.
Baker hitting .261, pops this one over on the side of the plate. Making the play behind the dish is Smithson for the final out. No runs on 1 hit. There was 1 runner left on as we played 2 innings of softball. No score, Johnston, Indianola. You're watching the state softball tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
I wanted a big university experience.
Without the big university price.
That's why I chose Iowa Central.
What makes Iowa Central so different than other community colleges is its size.
Big campus, lots of programs, athletics, and performing arts.
I live right here on campus.
And the teachers know me by name.
I'll be career ready in 2 years.
And all my credits transfer to a university.
It's a big time experience.
Without the big time price.
Come see it for yourself.
We might not always know.
Rogers Park at Iowa Central Field. No score with Indianola and Johnston. Kind of a feeling out process, it feels like here, Brooke.
Yeah, for sure. This is a lot different than the first couple of games I've done today, where the offenses came out firing and they got a few runs in the first innings, and now we're just going to have to feel how this game keeps going. But right now it looks like a pitcher's duel.
Emma Rothler leading it off for Johnston. Dragons batting in the top of the 3rd. No runs on 2 hits, no errors for Johnston. 0-1 and 0 across the board for Indianola. Rothler, Schlatter due up, and then the top of the order as it'll flip over. Also, Ellie Yeast, she's the flex player playing in left field. The designated player in her spot, Allie Bustad, who ended the last half inning with the fly out to right field. Fouled back 0-2. Rothler, a sophomore, 37 hits this year, batting .349. And a pitch just below the knees. The Indianola side wanted that call.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And they're still trying to figure out this umpire to see where his strike zone is. And she's been getting a few low calls, but that was just a little bit too low right there.
1-2. Ground ball up the middle into center field. A sharp single to begin the inning for Emma Rothler. So with her aboard, we saw this back in the first inning. A caught stealing kind of thwarted the rally in the top of the first for Johnston. Number 9 hitter was Schlatter, the 8th grader Going to guess probably going to have a sacrifice attempt here.
Yeah, you got to find a way to get her over to second, and you got to find a way to get her on base, too, because with the top of your lineup.
And there's the sacrifice throw over just in time. Coming over from second base, Diamond Mosley almost had a collision, but Schlatter does exactly what she needs to do with the sacrifice. 1-4 on the putout. And a runner in scoring position again for Johnston.
Yeah, you gotta bring the top of your lineup up, who Sophie Maris has been the hottest hitter on this team so far. So you gotta bring your leader and your senior up to the plate to have her try and score this first run of the game.
Came into the state tournament batting .481, 65 hits, 49 knocked in. Team leader in both those categories. Most doubles with 15, most triples with 8, most homers with 10. Also has the most walks on the team.
Yeah, she's having herself a heck of a senior season for sure.
1-0 the count to Maris. There's a shot into right field, a sharp single off the bat of Sophie Maris. Here comes the throw to the plate. Safe. Johnston jumps on top, 1-0. Good, strong swing from Sophie Maris. Found something she liked and sailed it right over the first baseman's head.
Yeah, another great piece of hitting by Sophie Maris. She's really come up here clutch for her team late. But now you're not off the bat here. You're up. You have Chloe Fain, who's the second leading batting average on the team, so you don't want to give her anything too good either.
Base open, but the heart of the order due up for the Dragons as this is fouled straight back off the bat of Fain. Fain had a bunt single in the first inning at her first opportunity. Was looking to sacrifice and laid down such a beauty. Turned out to be an infield single with good speed. Maris at second base. She took second on the throw after her single. Had a strike at the knees, quickly 0-2.
Yeah, Kralik's really working that inside corner right now on these righties, and she's getting that the low, right below the knee strike. So I would keep working there all day until Johnston can make an adjustment and hit it.
Pop fly left side of the infield. A couple of steps over and putting it away into the mitt. That was Emily Chaplin for the Indians. 2 outs now, and it'll be Abby Tilgis. Tilgis already has made a great play defensively. She had a scoop back in the bottom of the first inning. Now looking for her first hit as she popped out to short her first time around. Pitch missing low, 1-0. Tilgis, a senior, 44 hits this year. Third on the team there. As pitch is pushed to the right side and out of play. A 1-1.
And this at-bat could prove to be huge for both teams right here. If Johnston could get another run on the board, then they're up with a 2-0 lead. And then Indianola needs to try and get out of this with only one run across. That way it's easier for them to try and get another run.
Pitch missing inside, 2-1. Yeah, get that crooked number up there. Always nice to score a run, but when you can make it like that, just you talked about momentum at the top, and it feels like you really build that.
Yeah, exactly, and especially in the state tournament. That's
grounded to the right side. Mosley with the flip. And Indianola able to get out of the inning. Not before Johnston puts a run on the board on 2 hits. There was a runner left on. 2.5 complete here at Harlan Rogers Park at Iowa Central Field. A 1-0 lead for Johnston. You're watching the state softball tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
Trent Condon, Brooke Wilmus back with you as we go to the home half of the third inning. Johnston a 1-0 lead over Indianola. Class 5A quarterfinals. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Indians here in their half of the third inning. Bella Bingaman will begin. Bingaman made a nice play defensively earlier in the game. Comes up empty on that cut, 0-1. Bingaman 14 hits this year. Has driven in 13. Does have some pop in that bat, though. Those 14 hits, 3 doubles and a couple of home runs. Ground ball back up the middle, a base hit. That's certainly the start you want from an Indianola perspective there, Brooke.
Yeah.
Getting that leadoff runner on.
Yeah, and after Johnston just scored a run and they have all the momentum on this side, getting the runner on, especially when you haven't been hitting Hughes very well, getting the first runner on, sacrifice her over, and then a base hit can score her.
Bingaman on, and that'll bring Celia Becker up. Becker, the center fielder for Indianola. As the corners come in, there's that sacrifice attempt to the left side of the plate. Beautiful throw in time, throwing back to second, trying to get Bingaman off the plate. But Becker able to get the sacrifice down, and there's that runner you talked about in scoring position now for the Indians.
Yeah, that was a picture-perfect sacrifice bunt. You couldn't ask for a better one right there. And it was great because now you bring up the top of your lineup who by the numbers are the best hitters on your team. So maybe they can find a way to score this run.
Destiny Lewis, sophomore shortstop, 37 runs scored this year, leading the team there. Also 8 doubles, tied for the team lead, couple of triples, and 11 homers out of that leadoff spot. RBI opportunity for her here with 1 out. Runner at second base with Bingaman. In the circle, Hannah Hughes. Inside and got jammed there. That always stings. And no batting gloves. You batting gloves?
Oh, no. I don't wear batting gloves.
Got to have the feel.
Yeah, and I love the feel of, if my hands are sweaty, I just use a little bit of dirt. And then it helps with it. It's not completely dry, but I've never liked the feeling of batting gloves.
There's a pitch ripped into left field. That's a base hit. Here comes Bingaman around to score. A RBI double for Destiny Lewis. We're tied up at 1 apiece.
That's a great response back from Indianola. That's what they needed. They needed to find a way to get on the board, get to Hughes, because they hadn't had a very good first at-bats first time around, and now she found a way to score the run.
Extra base hit there. All the extra base hits during the Girls State Softball Tournament are brought to you by Kruger Seeds. The next time you're in need of corn or soybean seed, give your local Kruger Seeds dealer a call. Kruger Seeds, first-class seed, first-name service. 1-1 in the third. Indianola with the big response coming back. It all started with the number 8 hitter getting the leadoff single as Bingaman able to power one into center field and followed up with that rip down the left field line from Lewis. Allie Mae looking at the second time now against Hughes. 0-1. Inside tapped and foul ball. Looked like that got her off the inside of the leg.
Yeah, and that's why the bottom of the lineup is just as important as your top. If they can find a way to get on and produce some runs, that takes a lot of pressure off the top in the middle of your lineup. And when they're able to do that, you just got a lot more confidence as a whole offense.
Runner at second base, that's Lewis with good speed. The pitch to May. Off the plate, missing. With the 0-2, goes to 1-2. May popped out to shortstop, her first time at the plate. 336 hitter coming into the state tournament. The 1-2. Outside again. And the count evens at 2-2. There is a base open, but with the middle of the lineup coming, don't think you want to worry about that.
No, not at all. You want to attack this batter and try and get the best opportunity for your defense to make a play.
Here's Hughes with the pitch. Inside, count goes full, 3-2. Good at bat here from Allie Mae, working it back full after starting in the hole 0-2. Now looking for something she can handle with the runner at second base. Just 1 out in the bottom of the third. Fly ball left side into the outfield grass. Oh, what a play! Rachel Schlatter all the way over. Doing her best Brooke Wilmus impersonation there. That was a long run.
Yeah, she's a talented young player that I'm excited to watch come up through the Johnston ranks, especially with Coach Miracle as her coach. So it'll be great to see her just prosper as she starts getting older.
And speaking of Coach Miracle, he's going to come out and have a conversation with his infield with 2 outs at runner at second base. Want to cover everything up, make sure of everything. So when Coach Miracle comes out, talks to you, what's the conversation normally like?
It really just depends here. I really think he's going to come out and he's going to talk about the approach on how to go after this hitter, because Diamond Mosley is as the highest batting average on the team at a .468 average. But if she gets on and she gets a base hit, then you're facing one of the top home run hitters in the state, in Brooke Tucker, who has 14 home runs. So it's really going to be how well we pitch these hitters, and we're going to try and find a way to get out of this inning with just a tied game.
A lot of times, does he leave it up to maybe the pitcher if they want to go after somebody or wait for the next person in the order?
No.
It's always Coach.
It's his decision. but that's the thing, is we've learned to trust him, and whatever his decision he makes, we have his back 100% with it. So we never question anything that he does.
841 victories will tell you. Easy to respect a guy that has that kind of coaching record.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And when he gives you the respect right back, then you have absolutely no problems at all just doing whatever he asks of you.
1-0 the count. And a pitch off the plate again. Catcher was lined up away there as Smithson had that mid outside. Having a conversation. Time going to be called. And now they are going to put the batter on. So the intentional walk of Diamond Mosley. And that'll put 2 on with 2 outs. And Brooke Tucker, you talked about her power.
Yeah. It'll be interesting how they pitch her here, but for sure, I'm pretty sure they put her on to make sure that they have a force out at all 3 bags here. So if Hughes can find a way to get a ground ball out to her infield, that would exactly what they need right here.
14 home runs this year, 44 knocked in for Brooke Tucker. Tapped over on the right side. Tilgis over to make the play and escaping the jam. Indianola responds, though. They put a run on the board on 2 hits. There were 2 runners left on. 3 complete here at the state tournament. Johnston and Indianola tied at 1. Brooke Wilmus will bring you the play-by-play next. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball. Plus special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
Trent Condon and Brooke Wilmus back with you at the state tournament as we go to the 4th inning. Central College recruiting leaders come learn and play at the place that regularly wins national team championships, national individual titles, conference titles, and conference all-sports titles. Visit central.edu to learn how you can be more than a spectator. Here's Brooke with a play-by-play.
Yeah, thanks. Here we go, starting the top of the 4th inning with Carly Shepard up at the plate. First pitch was down low for a ball. And next pitch that comes in is low for a ball as well. And these Johnston hitters have found a way to figure out how to get to Kralik and how to find their good pitches in order to hit the ball.
Coming out after getting that run and the tied up, you hope your pitcher can come out fire strikes right away.
Yes, exactly. Next pitch from Kralik. Ground ball to third base, throw over to first, and that is the first out of the inning.
Well, we've seen good defense on both sides here, too. Really impressive. And really throughout the state tournament, starting yesterday with even Class 1A and some of the smaller schools. just so sharp defensively.
Yeah, exactly. When you get to the state tournament, you're going to face the best pitchers and best offenses in the state. So you got to have a good defense behind you in order to make those plays when those girls do put it in play. Now Eva Smithson up at the plate. She is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Smithson is a freshman this year, starting behind the plate. First swing is foul back. 0-1 with 1 out.
Always interested the different perspective too. Some coaching staffs not comfortable playing the youngsters. That's never been the case really with Coach Miracle.
No, he finds the best talent, and whoever's the best is going to play. Next pitch, fouled back again, now 0-2. And you can see that with your starting shortstop and your starting catcher and your third baseman. Well, third baseman's a junior, but then you have 2 in the outfield who are sophomores, and he finds the best and he brings them up, and if you're the best, you're going to play. Now the 0-2 delivery to Smithson. High, ball 1. Good rise ball, good pitcher's pitch there, but Smithson could lay off of it.
I want to get your perspective when you're a youngster, that first time, going at the varsity level, just how tough it is, how long it takes you to kind of adjust.
That 1-2 pitch is fouled off to the left side, and it does take a little bit, but he understands that there's some growing pains when you're a youngster, but eventually you start figuring it out, and you start hanging with those big girls, and you figure out ways to get on base, and it's not always going to be the prettiest, and you're not always going to look the best, but once you figure it out, then base hit. Oh, stopped by the shortstop, and she throws over to first base for the second out.
Great play, Destiny Lewis. She's been sharp over there at short for Indianola.
Yeah, but it's different for some coaches. Some coaches are like, I'm only going to play my upperclassmen, and then other coaches are like, I'm going to find the best players. Doesn't matter the age. So that's been true with Coach Miracle since the last time I can remember.
And that
strike 1 to Hannah Hughes on the inside corner.
That point, 2-5 start to the year this year for Johnston. Got off to a slow start playing some of those youngsters, and here they are playing great softball when you get into July.
Exactly, those growing pains at the beginning, but he figured it out. And strike 2 on the outside corner, a changeup, caught Hughes swinging. But yeah, he figured that out, and once everything's figured out and once girls are adjusted, then it really took off for them. 0-2 pitch to Hughes. Right down the middle, called strike 3, and that's 3 outs for the top of the 4th for the Dragons. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base.
You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Trey Condon, Brooke Wilmus back with you in Fort Dodge, Harlan Rogers Sports Complex in Iowa Central Field. 1-1 with Johnston and Indianola. Brooke, you got your first play-by-play. You did great.
Thanks. I just am checking a lot of things off my list in these last couple days.
Is this something that you would like to do?
I don't know what I want to do at this point in life. I'm just trying out different things and figuring out which one I like the most, and hopefully that'll stick.
We go to the bottom of the 4th inning and a pitch high. Getting ready for your junior season at Missouri?
Yes, I am. It's flown by, let me tell you that.
Now you're an upperclassman. Got to be a leader.
I know.
You're already a leader, I'm sure. As soon as you stepped on campus, fouled back, and it's 1-1. So, NCAA tournament this year, you guys qualify. You get to go out to L.A., take on UCLA. You get them, force that final game, and we don't need to talk about what happened there.
And then they put the hammer on us. Yeah, but
turned out to be the national champion. How cool was it to be able to play against that team, though?
It was great. UCLA is such a storied campus, and
pop fly over back behind the first base bag, drifting over and making the play back behind. Good hop over there from the second baseman, Sophie Maris.
Yeah, it's such a storied campus, and their softball program is so legendary. So the fact that I was able to play them this year, play at their field, it was such a great experience that I don't think I'll ever forget.
Playing in the SEC, a lot of fun road trips. How much did the conference play into your decision, being able to play softball actually when the weather's good, like we do here in the summertime, as opposed to playing in the Big 10, playing maybe in the Big 12, you get some rough weather. Was that a factor?
Yeah, it was. The SEC is one of the greatest conferences for softball in the nation, and I get to go up and I get to compete against the best players every single day. So that was a huge decision for me because I wanted to go somewhere where I could play the best competition every single day, and Mizzou offered me that experience.
Emily Chaplin at the plate for Indianola as the count goes to 0-2. Chaplin had one of the 3 hits back in the second inning. In fact, the first hit of the game came off the bat of Chaplin. 0-2, ready in the circle, Hannah Hughes. Cold strike 3 on the corner. A bit of a delay there, but a strikeout. First of the ball game for Hannah Hughes.
Hannah doesn't get quite a few strikeouts, so the batters usually put the ball in play. Defense makes plays behind her, but that was a great pitch right there on the outside corner.
Cassie Baker steps in, popped out to the catcher, her first plate appearance to end the second inning. And a pitch missing low, 1-0. Different mindset going up against a pitcher, a strikeout pitcher, someone you have to gear up for, as opposed to somebody that's more that control type of pitcher?
Yeah, for sure. When you go up against a strikeout pitcher, like, for example, I went up against Rachel Garcia this year. She's struck out so many girls, and she's such a great pitcher. And when you go up there, you realize that your mentality and your approach has to be way different. You're not going to get as many good pitches to hit as you will against a control pitcher. So if you get a good pitch, you have to go up there and attack it because she's not going to give you another one.
2-0 to Baker, 2 outs in the bottom of the fourth. Slapped out a play to the right side, 2-1 for Baker. Baker comes in, 29 hits, 261 batting average, couple of home runs, 7 doubles. Tied for third in the team with doubles. Trying to get a 2-out rally started here for Indianola. 1 apiece as we play in the fourth, just low, 3-1. Both teams been sharp defensively, no errors on either side. As we play in the bottom of the fourth. Chopper right back to the pitcher. Hughes to first with the putout. And a quick 1-2-3 inning. Retires the side. 4 complete, tied up at 1. Johnston and Indianola, the 4-5 matchup. And it's proven to be a close one. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
All you have to do is you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
We might not always know what the day will
Johnston and Indianola in a pitcher's duel. Back in the circle, it is Kate Kralik as tap foul, 0-1 from Allie Bustad. Bustad, the designated player with the flex position. Can't remember how many years ago they went to the flex position. Certainly a change, I think, that was welcome, though, at the high school level.
Yeah, I think so. I can't explain to you what the flex position means because there's so many different complicated rules to it, but...
Ground ball over to third, throw bit off the bag, but a good play at first base to retire. Baker at first base had to stretch back towards home plate, but able to make the play. 5-3 on the putout as Busted goes down. And Emma Rothler stepping in for the second time. She has scored the only run of the game, led off the third inning with a single, came in on an RBI from Maris. As Johnston jumped on top 1-0, but Indianola responded with a run of their own in the bottom of the third. That's where we are right now as we play in the fifth. The winner moves on to the state semifinals here at Harlan Rogers Sports Complex, Iowa Central Field, where we are right now. And back over to the west, we have Kruger Seeds Field. Another game going on over there, as this one's fouled back with the number 1 seed, Waukee. Brooke, how much softball high school level have you seen this summer?
I've seen quite a bit. I've been more to the baseball games just due to the fact that my brother plays at Johnston High School. But when I have gotten the opportunity, I've gone over, seen Johnston play a few times, and it's fun to watch him.
1-1 the count, as this one's flipped over to the left side. Long run into foul ground, but making the play in left is Allie May for the second out. Quickly 2 down. And you mentioned your brother, Johnston, getting ready for sub-state final tomorrow night, trying to punch their ticket back to the state tournament. And always great baseball teams there. What is it about, the stick and the ball that you guys are so good up in Johnston?
I really think it starts with the coaches and starts from up top. Softball has had the honor to have Coach Miracle for the last couple of years, and Michael Barter down for Johnston Baseball has found a way to turn that program around and get the boys to really believe in what he's trying to teach there.
Ground ball over to the right side. Nice play by Baker. 3 up, 3 down as Johnston goes down with a whimper here in the top of the fifth. 4.5 complete. Johnston 1, Indianola 1. As we come back, you're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
They say Buena Vista University is in the middle of a bunch of fields.
Hey guys, wait up! Game on. They say our idea of fun is morning tea, and afternoon tea,
And anytime tea.
And we hang out like bumps on a log.
They say Storm Lake, Iowa isn't in the center of the action. And when we study, we're not exactly grounded.
But you know what we say.
You gotta see it to believe it.
Trent Condon back with you alongside Brooke Wilmus as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning, 1-1. A tight one here with the number 4 seed Indianola and 5th seeded Johnston. A little looper into left field. That'll work for a leadoff single. And again, it is Bella Bingaman getting an inning started. She did it in the third and came in to score.
Yeah, she's so far gone up, and she's had a really good approach against Hannah Hughes, and she got on both times. And don't be shocked if you see another sacrifice bunt here.
Saw Becker do that the last time up. And the infield charging in for Johnston, in deep on the corners. Playing back, though, up the middle. Schlatter playing well back just in front of the grass. Pitch high. Trying to sneak back behind was the second baseman, Sophie Maris. Nothing doing there. The old wheel play defensively. Probably the best thing to do, though, especially against somebody with a little bit of speed.
Yeah, for sure.
Get that extra fielder coming in from the right corner. Bunted right back to the pitcher. Slow roller, but a good, strong throw by Hughes to get the put out. So another sacrifice for Becker. This time 1-4 with the put out. But she does her job again and brings up the top of the lineup in Destiny Lewis.
She's done a great job both times getting those sacrifices down to turn over the lineup to Becker, who's had herself a game so far with the only RBI for Indianola.
Lewis with the double extra base hit. In fact, our only extra base hit. We've had 8 in the game, missing away.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise,
Lewis
and your lights will
and
go on.
Allie Mae
That's
waiting
because at Mid-American Energy,
on
we're
deck
obsessively,
for
relentlessly
Indianola.
committed
1-1,
to
bottom of the
providing
fifth inning,
energy
scheduled
when and
for
where you
7.
need it, to connecting with you and keeping our
There's a
communities
shot,
safe and
but
strong.
foul
Because the most
well out in
important
front.
thing we put our energy into is
Scheduled for 7,
we're
but this one
obsessively
feels like 1. Wouldn't be
relentless
surprised
at
if
your
it went a bit
service.
longer than that.
Yeah, for sure. If the game keeps up like this, then both teams are going to have really good at-bats, but they got to find a way to put more runs across the board.
1-1 the count is Hannah Hughes ready from the circle. Off-speed pitch just missed. Blowing away, 2-1. Eva Smithson, you mentioned youngster back there. You can tell she's caught a lot of innings, though. Really good at framing those pitches.
Yeah, she's done a really good job this whole season at getting pitches for her pitcher. If they make a good pitch, you want to find a...
And inside of that hit Destiny Lewis. So that'll put 2 on with just 1 out. Lewis with good speed, though. Maybe throw it a bit after taking that one on the leg.
Yeah. Getting hit by a pitch is not always the best thing. I mean, sure, it gets you on base. You got higher on-base percentages, but, man, that hurts sometimes.
Tell that to Coach Barta's baseball team. Those guys are getting hit all the time.
Yeah, they lead the state in hit by pitches.
Yearly.
Yeah.
Almost be like Coach Barta might be teaching something. I'm not going to say that. Here's a slow ground ball to the left side. Flip to third. Nice play for the putout from Schlatter. Got the lead runner in a difficult play. Sidearm flip. And there's 2 outs. And that's just being, though an 8th grader, knowing the game, understanding where to be.
Yeah, it's such a great play because she came up and made the runner stop and made the runner not run into her, because if she would have kept going, that would have been interference on the runner. So really smart play coming up and getting it and doing that little flip over to third base.
Fielder's choice for May and Lewis at second. Good news for Indianola, they do have plenty of speed there on the base pass. Brooke, you talked about it a bit earlier. Not a team that steals a whole lot of bases, but 2 girls that certainly can run, and if Mosley can find a gap, chance for them to run out there and maybe take the lead.
Yeah, get a couple runs across the board if she can put it in the gap somewhere. And don't be afraid to see these girls maybe try a little something different, maybe try stealing second and third. But right now, both teams have to find a way to get more runners across, and this is a golden opportunity for Indianola.
Todd Miracle talking things over with his squad, has the infield in. Final conversation. Now, Coach walks away and the group still stays huddled. What are you guys talking about then? Talking about his haircut or something?
Yeah, but that's just like talking to each other about if a ball comes here, where am I going to go, just so everybody's on the same page. And we all know that if something is hit, we know exactly where we're going with the ball.
Here's Mosley at the plate, lined right to third base. Defensive position perfect for Carly Shepard, and the final out of the inning. No runs on 1 hit. There was 2 runners left on as we played 5 complete. 1 apiece with Johnston and Indianola. You're watching the Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
This is more. More savings. More service. More focus on fresh, quality produce. Expert butchers who know more. And the most talked about meat in town. We are Fairway. We put everything into meat and grocery. And this is more.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise, and your lights will go on.
Trent Condon and Brooke Wilmus back with you at Iowa Central Field here in Fort Dodge. Class 5A quarterfinals, and a new pitcher in for Indianola, Brooke Tucker. The designated player going to come in Tucker's numbers this year, 27 appearances, 84 and a third innings pitched, a 1.33 ERA, and 45 strikeouts. So as we come back to the top of the lineup, and Sophie Maris, third time around the batting order, and maybe just figuring don't want to give too many looks against the starter there in Kralik.
Yeah, or maybe they saw something with
grounded slowly over to first base. Tilgis just in time. Check that first baseman. That was Baker making the play.
Yeah, maybe they saw something where Johnston was starting to figure out Kralik and they wanted to bring Tucker in to get a different look, but interesting decision here by the coach.
Have seen this quite a bit this year. 35 appearances for Kralik, 27 out of Tucker, so use both of the pitchers quite a bit. A different look as this one's pushed to the right side, trying for the tag. Now throws in time. Oh boy, Baker tried to apply the tag, missed, then was able to get the ball out quickly for the putout. 3-4 as Faines retired, and just like that, there's 2 outs. Abby Tilgis now steps in. Tilgis, the first baseman, 0 for 2. Pitch missing in, 1-0. Tilgis comes in, batting .346 this year. Good pop, 14 doubles, second on the team in that category. And a strike on the black of the outside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, you're starting to see this umpire open up his zone just a little bit, and those outside corners and inside corners are starting to get a little bit better calls for them.
Slow roller to shortstop, bobbled, and it'll be an error against the shortstop. Tilgis is on with 2 outs.
And sometimes that's all you need. Find any way to get on base, and hopefully they can get a couple base hits out of it.
I heard a wee there.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That is completely fine. We understand it. All-state selection for Johnston High School, Brick Wilmus. I'm Trent Condon. I was not all-state in anything. As a pitch misses, 1-0. 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. Johnston 1, Indianola 1. Winner will advance on. Waukee with a big lead in their quarterfinal matchup. 9-0 at last check there. And a called strike, 1-1. 2 outs in the 6th inning. A new pitcher in the circle of Brooke Tucker, trying to get through unscathed. Shot into right field and dropping in for a hit. Big turnaround second. Here's the throw to third, not in time. Carly Shepard gets the 2-out single. Runners at the corners now for Johnston. Good looking hit there, going the other way, going with the pitch and dumping it in.
Yeah, she's been throwing outside pitches to Shepard the whole at bat, so she just did a really good job of just taking it the other way.
And we'll get a substitution. New runner coming in. That'll be Paige Peterson for the Dragons. Substitutions in today's game brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Conversation as Stacey Evans going to come out, talk some things over now with runners at the corners. Got to figure with a runner there. Coach Miracle, more likely going to try to send her.
Probably. That's usually his game plan. But with 2 outs here in the 6th inning, you might just keep her on first base and have Eva Smithson try and get a hit. But this is huge for Indianola to try and get out of this inning unscathed, because then you come to the bottom of the 6th, you have a good part of your lineup up, and you can go up there and try and push a run across.
Smithson, the freshman, batting .339 this year. 38 hits, 30 knocked in, 8 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs. Got some power in that bat for the freshman. And runners at the corners. Again, the runner, Paige Peterson for Johnston. Peterson this year as a runner has yet to steal a base, as this one's popped back. Brooke Tucker in relief of Kate Kralik in the circle for Indianola. Kralik went 5 innings, gave up 4 hits and 1 earned run. Tie game 1-1 in the sixth. Pitch missing low. Taking a look down at the third base coaching box, and Coach Miracle going through his signs. Are they the same as when you played? You know what's happening here?
I know exactly what's happening, but I'm not about to say that on air.
Popped over on the right side, ranging over, and making the play is Mosley for the final out. No runs on one hit. There were 2 runners left on. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Indianola 1, Johnston 1. You're watching the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
All you have to do, you just have to get their feet here on the pavement and bing. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
We go to the bottom of the sixth inning, still tied up at 1. Indianola, the number 4 seed, Johnston, the 5 seed. This has certainly lived up to what we anticipated coming in. 2 tightest seeds in the tightest game here of the evening session as we play in the Class 5A quarterfinals. Leading off, it'll be Brooke Tucker. Started the game as the designated player, now the pitcher. Trying to help herself at the plate, 1-0 the count, with Hannah Hughes in the circle for the Dragons. Pop fly right field, long run out there, but making the play is Sophie Maris for the first out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Maris, she has shown real good speed over there at second base. She's gone over a couple of different times, deep over to that right side, and been solid all throughout. Both teams have been real good defensively. First error of the game came last half inning on an error as Tilges was aboard. Here's a drive out to right field. Warbeck, it is gone. Home run, Sammy Becker with the blast. Indianola takes the lead. Becker was looking for something over the plate, and she found it. An absolute shot over the 200 sign in right field. Indianola comes up with the big blast. Sammy Becker goes deep for Becker. That is home run number 9 on the year. It's 2-1 now, Indianola. Brooke, you went away for a moment and you missed the best hit of the night.
Yeah, I know. I heard the crowd as I was running back.
Popped out to the left side this time. Couple of steps back. Now in another step in making the play in left field was Ellie Yeast for the second out. Chaplin retired for the second time on the fly out. And with 2 outs, that'll bring Cassie Baker up. Well, Becker, you talked about the power they have in the middle of the lineup, and she showed it there. Just a fastball over the plate and left-handed swing. Ripped it right over the fence.
Yeah, and she's one of those big power hitters for Indianola, so you knew one of them was going to get a hold of something, maybe not go out, but the fact that she hit it over is great for Indianola to take the lead here 2-1.
Bottom of the sixth inning. And off speed, off the plate, came up empty on the swing, did Baker. Baker looking for her first hit. She's 0 for 2, popped out to the catcher, and then grounded out to the pitcher, her 2 plate appearances. 2-1 lead for Indianola in the sixth. Pitch up at the eyes for a ball, 1-2. How quickly a game can change.
Not only that, but the momentum as well. It seemed like the game was just going. Mm-hmm. No one really had any momentum. Nothing was happening, but Indianola just took the momentum with one swing of the bat.
cut on to miss strikeout to end the inning, but one run on one big hit off the bat of Sammy Becker, and Indianola has taken the lead 2-1 over Johnston. We come back with the 7th inning, last chance for the Dragons as we continue. You're watching the 2019 State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
Mid-American Energy and you, together partnering to change the energy landscape by pioneering money-saving, energy efficiency programs and building a new industry in Iowa, wind energy, all while keeping your rates low. So what's next? We'll keep delivering cost-effective energy efficiency programs while putting money back in your pocket. That's right. You decide how best to spend your savings. That's a partnership good for you, good for the environment, and good for Iowa. Another way we're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Iowa Public Television is the home of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Championships. We bring you live, uninterrupted coverage of the state championships in volleyball, basketball, soccer, and softball, plus special features highlighting the Iowa girl. Catch it all on statewide Iowa Public Television, on air or at iptv.org.
Trent Condon and Brooke Wilmus back with you for the 2019 State Tournament of Softball at Harlan Rogers Park and Iowa Central Field. Good one here today. Indianola 2-1 lead over Johnston as we go to the top of the 7th inning. The new hitter coming in, pinch hitter Kaylee Burkett, will lead off for the Dragons, batting in place of the pitcher Hannah Hughes. Substitutions, pinch hitters, brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Now working with the lead in the circle for the first time is Brooke Tucker. Tucker would be the pitcher of record if she can hold on here for Indianola, coming in relief. Slap foul, 1-2. Coming off the bench in this spot, 7th inning. Certainly putting a lot on the plate.
Yeah, it is, but she's had so many at-bats through her teammates already that she should understand what the pitcher's pitching, what she's going to get, and go up there and just try and have a good at-bat by swinging the bat hard.
And rips one to center field, a lead-off single. How about that? Burkett comes in, 10 varsity at-bats this year for the sophomore. 2 hits. She's got 3. And won at the state tournament.
Such a big at-bat right there. She comes up there, gets down to the count. She finds a good pitch that she can hit, and she takes it right back up the middle.
So the tying run on base for Johnston in the 7th inning. Burkett. That'll bring Allie Bustad up. We'll get a runner coming in as Haley Van Rokel will do the running. She scored 25 runs this year, 9 stolen bases, mostly as a runner. And our substitutions, again, brought to you by IMT Insurance. Find out how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. Timeout. Stacey Evans going to come out, talk some things over with her Indianola defense. Now, you've been playing some outfield for the first time this past season for Missouri.
Yes, I went to right field, and then I moved over to center field for the end of the season.
So do you feel a little left out when those mound visits happen and you just got to stand out there?
Yeah, I always enjoyed those mound visits when we were winning, that is, because we would come out and we were just all in the middle having fun, and now I don't know what they're saying in there anymore. It makes me feel left out.
Nobody out. Lead off on, and the runner, Van Rokel. Johnston crowd starting to get into it, showing bunt, and a strike. Offering at it was Allie Bustad. Bustad 0 for 2, fly out to right field, her first plate appearance, then a ground out to the third baseman. Trying to get that runner into scoring position. Van Rokel, the pinch runner for the Dragons. A time going to be called again as the catcher, Sammy Becker, going to come out. Becker had the big blast for Indianola last half inning with a solo home run, giving the Indians a 2-1 lead. That's where we are in the top of the 7th. Conversation with Coach Miracle. Quick talk over there with Bustad. Corner infielders stepping in, showing butt, pop back, and now 0-2. Now some coaches will take off the bunt every time at 0-2. Some will go with it. Coach Miracle throughout the time, he has confidence he can get that down with 2 strikes?
Yeah, he always gives you the bunt sign if it's a sacrifice situation until you have 2 strikes. Just because you have 2 opportunities to get the bunt down, you don't just have 1. So.
And cold strike 3, got the corner and the strikeout. Big pitch for Brooke Tucker.
That's exactly what Indianola needed after giving that single to start off the game or start off the inning. So that's a big strikeout there for the Indianola pitcher.
Here's Emma Rothler, the right fielder. 1 for 2, looking for the big second hit. And a called strike. Good start. Well, we were a bit surprised after Kate Kralik had pitched so well, but there's a method to the madness of Stacy Evans, because been impressed by Brooke Tucker as well.
Yeah, she's really come out here and really set the Johnston batters down, keeping them off balance.
Chopper back behind third, and that'll be an infield single for Rothler. 2 on, 1 out, and it'll be Rachel Schlatter. Tough play there at third base. Really nothing Emily Chaplin could do, just a chopper over her head.
Yeah, she kept it on the infield, which is exactly what she needs to do, and she just so happened to bounce it right over the third baseman's head to a spot where no one else was at. So right here they got to try to find a way to move the runners over, get them in the scoring position.
Pitch missing inside, 1-0 to the freshman Rachel Schlatter. Check that, 8th grader in terms of eligibility though.
Yep.
Freshman year just around the corner.
Yeah, she's about to get into high school.
And missed in. Oh, check that. Called strike 1-1. Get to check out that new high school. You never got to see that thing,
No,
did
it was created the year after I graduated.
A beautiful high school over there in Johnston. 1-2 the count. 2 runners on. Van Rokel at first. Rothler at second. Pitch up at the eyes. 2-2. Good eye from Schlatter. Tucker trying to find something. Would love to twist one up and get out of the inning and win this game as we play in the 7th. Ground ball. That one sneaks through. Here comes the runner from third. Van Rokel will score. Ball comes all the way back. Big turnaround third, but waiting there. Rachel Schlatter, the 8th grader, delivers, and we're tied at 2.
This 8th grader, let me tell you something. She has come up and proved to be such a key player for Johnston. Comes up with a huge hit in the bottom of the 7th to tie the game up and brings the top of the lineup back up.
Well, and this is what you want, a complete team effort. It started with the pinch hitter, Kaylee Burkett. She gets the single. You get the runner coming in for her. Van Rokel scores the tying run. And now you get the top of the lineup going too.
Yeah, Sophie Maris today is 2 for 3, and they have a base open at first base. So you don't know what they're going to do here yet, but this is exactly what Sophie Maris has always dreamed of her entire life. Bottom of the 7th, runners in scoring position.
Lead run at third in the top of the 7th inning. She calls time. Here's the pitch and a called strike, 0-1. Spot like this, never want to be too jumpy.
No, but also you want to get that pitch and you want to hit it hard, let me tell you.
And that was the pitch
That
right there.
was the pitch.
Now 0-1. And the ball gets away but bounced right back. A fortuitous bounce for Indianola as that hit hard off the backstop here in front of us.
Yeah, it's a little different than the other field. The other field's got padding, so it just stops right when it hits the fence, where here it bounces right off because there's still that chain link fence in front of us.
2-2 the score and a pitch up at the letters. 2-1. 1 out, runners at second and third for the Dragons. Sophie Maris at the plate. Ripped to the right side, but right to the second baseman, Diamond Mosley. Made the play, hit it hard, but nothing to show for it for Maris. Those are ones you're talking to yourself as you're coming back. You know you put a good swing on it, just hit it right at somebody.
Yeah, and I think she fisted that off the middle of the bat just a little bit. So That was a tough break for Johnston, but it's exactly what Indianola needed. They need one more out to get out of this inning and just continue being tied.
Chloe Fain, the center fielder, first pitch swinging, fouled straight back. 0-1. Coach Miracle in the third base coaching box, looking for a win. 8:42 would be for him. The lead run is at third base, 2-2 in the seventh inning. Fouled back again. Jumping ahead, 0-2. Brooke Tucker, the pitcher, came in relief, trying to get out of this one. It all began with a leadoff single from pinch hitter Kaylee Burkett. Just her third hit of the year at the varsity level. Pitch down, 1-2. Pinch runner for her, Van Rokel, came in on the RBI from Rachel Schlatter. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the seventh. Ripped but foul to the right side. And out of play.
You can feel the pressure in this stadium right now. Everybody's just holding their fists. Hopefully everything goes their way, but you just got to go out there. You got to relax. You got to have fun. Play the game that you love.
And there's a shot into right field. Diving attempt, but it'll bounce in for a base hit. 1 run is in as the throw gets away for a moment, but delivering the big knock. Chloe Fain, an RBI single. Johnston leads.
That is such a clutch at bat from Chloe Fain. She hasn't had great at bats all day long, but she comes up here in the biggest situation, bottom of the seventh inning, 2 strikes, and delivers that big hit that they needed.
3-2 off with the pitches. Fain, she'll take second without the throw. Showing her wheels there, getting into scoring position. 2 runs plated this inning. Pitch missing up. 1-1 the count.
Indianola's got to find a way to get out of this inning with only down by 1 run.
Ground ball over to third. Throw across from Chaplin in time, but the damage is done for the Dragons. 2 runs on 4 hits. There were 2 runners left on. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning. Johnston 3, Indianola 2. You're watching the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but some things are certain. The sun will rise and your lights will go on. That's because at Mid-American Energy, we're obsessively, relentlessly committed to providing you energy when and where you need it, to connecting with you and keeping our communities safe and strong. Because the most important thing we put our energy into is you. We're obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
We might not always know what the day will bring, but
Johnston 3, Indianola 2. We go to the bottom of the seventh inning, and now last chance for Indianola. Set it last half inning, trailing 2-1. The Dragons put a 2 spot on the board. First pitch missing low, 1-0. Leading off Bella Bingaman. 8-9-1 due up, and normally you say, oh boy, that's bad news for Indianola. Not with Bingaman at the plate tonight.
No, she's 2 for 2 so far this game, and it's great to see the bottom of the lineup producing it. This is going to be another huge at-bat for Indianola. They need to try and find a way to get on base right here.
Fouled one off her foot. She'll take a little extra time trying to shake it off. Stacey Evans down the third base coaching box, head coach for Indianola. 574 career victories against 296 losses. Had a successful program throughout the years with the Indians. Well, tapper to the right side. That could be trouble. And Hughes not able to come up with it. Bobbled for a moment. And for the third time, Bingaman is on.
And again, don't be surprised if you see another sacrifice. She's gotten on all 3 times, and she sacrificed 2 times already, and you're going to bring up the top of the lineup right after that.
Well, they'll give her an infield single officially. Bingaman 3 for 3. She's got half the hits now for Indianola. Celia Becker, as you talked about, Brooke, she has sacrificed every time and done it beautifully. Another one. This one popped up, though, to the right side. Nearly a throw back to first. Pump faked and kept it, though. Tilgis maybe a little bit careful with that runner in her way that she would have thrown it away.
Yeah, she didn't want to throw if she didn't know if she was going to get the out for sure, because she could have thrown it away and that runner could have advanced to second base, and that would have just done the same job as a sacrifice. So great job not throwing it there. I believe that was the right play call.
So Becker goes down on the pop out, top of the lineup, and Destiny Lewis. Pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Lewis has a double, knocked in the first run of the game for Indianola, as they tied it up at the time back in the 3rd inning, 1-1. Here it's 3-2 Johnston. Ground ball left side through the hole. Making the turn, staying right there, though, is Bingaman. Another hit for Destiny Lewis. She comes up with the knock, extends the inning, as Indianola now has the tying run in scoring position and the winning run standing at first base.
Yeah, it's never easy. Bottom of the 7th, you're up by a run. It's never easy to get out of this, because this team in Indianola is going to fight as hard as they can until the very last out.
Left fielder Allie May digs in. Off-speed pitch lifted to center field. Ranging back and making the play is Chloe Fain. Throws it back in quickly and a fly out as the runners stay at second and first. 2 outs, and Diamond Mosley steps in. They've been careful with Mosley throughout this one. In fact, one time intentionally walked her, lined out to the third baseman her last trip up. Good hitter for Indianola. She's got a spot here, the junior second baseman. 0 for 2 officially, and she'll call time. Nothing wrong with that. A little gamemanship, right?
Yeah, leading hitter for this Indianola team. Highest batting average, has a ton of RBIs in that 3-hole position. Don't want to give her anything too good right here.
First pitch just missed, as we hear the Dragon fans above us hooting and hollering. They wanted that strike.
Oh, yeah, the Dragon fans always want that strike.
1-0. Now, is your family part of that?
Yes, my parents are here.
Hollers?
Yes.
1-0. Off the pitch again, 2-0. Second base, Bingaman. First base, Lewis. Good speed over there also at first base. Think of that if Mosley able to find a gap. 2-0 the count. Hitters count. The pitch. Ripped over toward shot, but the play is made by the 8th grader, Rachel Schlatter. And that'll do it. Johnston advances to the state semifinals. A 3-2 comeback victory over 4-seeded Indianola. What a game.
Oh, what a game. Both teams battled to the very last minute, and you knew that this was going to come down to that just one play, one hit. Whichever team could get that last one and keep that last one up on the board, and that's what the Dragons did here today.
Impressive performance, no doubt, in the circle. Hannah Hughes gets the victory. Another one in the tally sheet for her, as Hughes now goes to 18-5 on the year. It'll be Waukee, the matchup in the semifinals. Certainly a team Johnston knows a whole lot about.
Yeah, Johnston and Waukee's rivalry, even though it's not official, there still always is a rivalry between them, just because crosstown rivals, but it's going to be such a great game because both teams will not give in to each other at all.
Johnston comes back with the victory as they move to 35-8 on the year, and it began in the 7th inning, down 2-1. Kaylee Burkett came up, pinch hit, and knocked a single into center field. Then a single from Emma Rothler, followed by an RBI knock from Rachel Schlatter. Then the 8th grader made the final play, and a sharply hit ball off the bat of Diamond Mosley, and a victory for Johnston. Brooke, it's been fun calling the game with you.
Yeah, it's been an awesome day. Day 2 done for me, but I'm excited to come back here tomorrow, get a couple semifinal matchups under my belt.
Should be a great one. We got more softball coming your way next here on the Iowa Girls High School Sports Network, as it will be here at Iowa Central Field. Cedar Rapids Kennedy against Iowa City High, an all-Eastern Iowa matchup. Top half of that side of the bracket will be Fort Dodge and West Des Moines Valley. That one underway over on Kruger Seeds Field. Final score for the final time, a 3-2 comeback victory for Johnston as they knock off Indianola and move on to the state semifinals. Big thank you to everybody involved with our production today. Thank you to you, Brooke Wilmotz, for joining me this afternoon. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to keep this going.
Thanks for watching our live coverage of the 2019 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Mid-American Energy Championship Network.